We're still up on the tripod. Way over there somewhere is a cruise ship, and way over there somewhere is the island of Cozumel. I know you can't see the cruise ship, and I know you can't see the island of Cozumel because the GoPro just won't capture that, but I can see it with my eye. Hey, hello everybody. Oh yeah, Jasper here. Welcome to my day, welcome to my world. Today's a big day, by the way. Oh yeah, big day. Today is announcement day for Jasper's next up and coming through hike. What's it gonna be? Well, in all truthfulness, it's something we have done before. However, I do want to do it again. Look at this view. Look at this ocean, the Caribbean Sea. I am on the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico, Palmol, Mexico to be exact. I've been here since the beginning of November, and today is the 26th of March. I will be here till I think the 28th, no, it's not the 26th of March, it's silly me, it's the 26th of February. I will be here till approximately the 28th of March. That's when I'm thinking of a flight back to Toronto, Canada. I have been working. Yes, I have been working all winter in a local dive shop, the Palmo Dive Center. I work there every day. I was actually working there this morning. It's about 10:30 right now, 10:30 a.m. But I was working there this morning, doing the logs, the boats, the students, the dive students, making sure all the paperwork, everything was done, all the equipment is in good order, and so on. But then the rest of the day till about 4 o'clock is my own today. So I decided to get out on trail, essentially a trail that I created, if you will, which is along the shoreline and through the jungle and around some beautiful homes, all in the Yucatan Peninsula, and all a total of about 15 kilometers. There's no elevation gain today, but it is challenging. These beach rocks are challenging, and it's like this all the way. So it's really good training, it's really good core exercise, and a lot of soft sand like you see right now. Yeah, just take a look. Isn't it beautiful here? Some days when there's a wind, the waves are just crashing up against the coral and the rocks, and it's just beautiful. But anyhow, once again, welcome to my world, welcome to my day. Announcement day, big day, as I've said. Whew, what's it gonna be? Well, I had scheduled, I did have, when I say scheduled, penciled in, for February the 2nd this year, was going to be my penciled in start date of the Arizona Trail, 800 miles from the Mexican border to Utah. I did not start that trail on February the 2nd. I could not start that trail on February the 2nd due to the fact that in 2022 when I thru hiked the Appalachian Trail, I overstayed my visa. We've talked about this before. So from July of 2022 until I guess July of 2025, I have a 3-year ban on entering the United States. I am sure you all know that. You will if you follow my channel. Anyhow. So hence, no Arizona trail, but it's a trail I'd love to do. I would just love to. It's definitely on my bucket list. I'd love to do the Colorado again. You know, we did that one in 2021. Check out those videos if you haven't already, because that was the most amazing trail ever. Yeah, it was. Okay. Wow. You can probably see the boat out there on the sea. Probably a fishing boat, who knows. Way, way, way in the distance is a beautiful resort type community of Puerto Aventuras. That's actually a location that we're going to stop for a coffee. It might not look far, but on this coral and this rock, it's hard going. It takes me about an hour and a half to get there. Oh yeah. We've got some thick jungle to go through also to actually get into an entrance area into the community. Okay. You know what, guys? Let's just lay down some miles, shall we? Let's do what we do best. Still nursing some severe injuries from the Appalachian Trail and other trails over the years. They just get compounded as we go on, but we're still working on it. Still working on it. Okay, let's get to it. Just take a look at my trail behind me. Across the coral, the rocks, palm trees on one side, the Caribbean Sea on the other side. Are you kidding me or what? Am I a lucky person? You bet I am. I've said it many times. I am blessed. Now, having said that, this has been one challenging winter season of work in the dive shop. It's been busy, a lot of responsibility, a lot of problems, but overall, as I approach the end of my time here, or about another month or something I have, then when I look back on the early days, it wasn't so bad at all. And getting out here on this my own created trail, well, just absolutely beautiful. I just love this stuff. Just take a look at this. My goodness, is this a picture? Oh my goodness. For now, we have all the coral and the rocks behind us, almost. Now, we reach the outskirts of Puerto Aventuras. But before we actually get to Puerto Aventuras proper, we come to the Hard Rock Hotel, which is this blue and white one ahead of me. I have two choices here, depending on my options. My first option, the one I actually prefer, is my stealth option. We have to gingerly sneak through the mangroves onto the Hard Rock Hotel property, then make our way along their walking paths to the other side. That takes us about 20 minutes to get through. It's a pretty big property. There's workers ahead of me. That's never good, because I have to sneak around past those to kind of get into this particular property. If not, then we're going to go through along a trail which takes me through the jungle, the rainforest, whatever, and around, if you will. So either way, not overly important, but this is what we're gonna do. Okay, let's see if these workers are going to interfere with me and make me go around the other way. Let's carry on. The hike is going well. Oh, by the way, keep in mind, today is announcement day. Yeah, what is Jasper's next and upcoming through hike? Well, we're going to talk about that once I get through or around the Hard Rock Hotel. Okay guys, so The temperatures down here range during the day anywhere from around 28 degrees Celsius to around 32 this time of year, and there's always high humidity. Ever since I've been here in November, you may know from past videos, I suffer with allergies big time, and my allergies have been crazy ever since November. I mean, unbelievable. However, life is good, and this is absolutely beautiful. I've just entered the property of a resort, so I've done probably 2 hours of coral and rock from where I started in Pall Mall. Take a little look and see. Isn't this just a gorgeous resort? It really is. This is called the Hard Rock Hotel and Resort. And it's beautiful here. It's a huge place. It takes about 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes for me to walk through on the beachfront or the trail at the front of the property to get through and then enter into actually Puerto Aventuras. And eventually, about halfway into Puerto Aventuras is where we're going to stop for a coffee break, and then we're going to walk around the marinas and stuff there. All part of a trail that I've just created just for the heck of it. Whilst I've been down here, I wanted to kind of try to rehabilitate my injuries on my hips and my knee, and I've worked on that as much as I possibly can between that and the gym here. But that, you know, maybe it's my age now. I know I have arthritis, massive arthritis in my left hip for sure. My knee, is it arthritis? Is it damage? Is it a combination? I'm going to say yes to all those things. I've had therapy. I've had physiotherapy. I've had what do you call that? Laser therapy and medications, which I take every day to help me. And without them, I would be in much worse condition, a lot of pain. Coming up, by the way, I think when we get through this property, the announcement. The 2024 thru hike, or my major thru hike for this coming season. I hope you're not disappointed with my choice, but I think it's the best I can do under the circumstances this year. More about that later. You know what? Let's get to it. Take a look at these beautiful lagoons. Just gorgeous. Some days, lots of people swimming in there. Not today. We actually just left the Hard Rock property behind us. We're now in a property called Punta Roja. Punta Roja is a condominium slash hotel slash timeshare property right there. Beautiful pools, beautiful service. You can Airbnb, you can rent a timeshare, you can check into the motel, or you can buy an actual unit, a condo or apartment, if you will. Whatever floats your boat. Beautiful lagoons. Now there's one gentleman, if you see him sat on the rocks, and you know what? That guy's probably got it going on. Oh, he's got his dog with him too. And I think they're both just there finding themselves. Oh yeah. Leaving the Punta Roja. And right here, little pathway trail that's going to take us into the actual community of Puerto Aventuras. Right here. Ha! Let's keep going. After my coffee break, a banana and a granola bar, the hike, the walk, oh, the adventure takes me through the marina, all the sports fishing boats here in Puerto Aventuras. Keep in mind, this is just when I arrived here back in November. This is just a 15-kilometer kind of walk, hike, whatever, that I created myself, not published on any hiking map. Tourists, beautiful flowers, condos, apartments, hotel rooms. Okay guys, let's just keep pushing on. This section of my trail is quite interesting. Busy highway. Crazy driving, no rules. no speed limits. Heck, in Mexico, you don't even need a driver's license. You just get in a car and go. Absolutely crazy. And they drive nuts. But my right is a cement block wall with very sharp glass. They don't want you climbing over that. Cameras right there. And I'm on a worker's pathway between the Hard Rock Hotel and Puerto Maya, which is a part of Puerto Venturas on the opposite side of 307 that the working people kind of live in. That's actually where I'll go tonight to do my shopping, at the grocery store called the Shadrawi. So that's where I'll actually be tonight to do my grocery shopping. But if all that happens, I have to complete this hike and announce our upcoming through hike trail and go back to the dive shop and work for another couple of hours before I finish there at 6 o'clock. My job today was about 2 hours in the morning and then 2 hours at the end of the day. And that's my hours when I'm going out for a hike. Regular days is from about 10 in the morning till 6. Gives me time to hit the gym before work, which is great. Yeah, interesting or what? Certainly is a different way than we're used to say in Canada or England, where I'm from, of course. But I do love Mexico. I really do. Okay, let's keep going. Pretty soon we're going to make a right turn and head into the jungle. Let's go. We have now entered a rocky rainforest / jungle terrain. This section of the trail is pretty much jungle, just like you see, and rocks for the next 2 kilometers or so, 2.5 kilometers maybe, and that will bring us back out at the Caribbean Sea and the rocks and dry coral that we hiked on at the beginning of this hike as we head back to where we started. There's no doubt about it. Overall, it's a challenging kind of day. Again, it's only about 15 kilometers. I'm only carrying a little hand kind of pack, as you can see right there. That's it. It's got some fruit, granola bar, that kind of thing. And oh god, damn rocks. Electrolyte water, a little bit of money and a phone, and of course my camera. So it's not as though we're packing any weight. Barely a day pack, if you will. Anyhow, so as we make our way down to the ocean again for our hike back along the coral on the rocks, the trail we are going to be through hiking for 2024, our major trail. Well, again, as I said earlier, it's a trail we've done before. I've done it several times, but to be honest with you, I love the trail. I really do. Now, don't misunderstand me. I cannot say it's my favorite trail, but it is most definitely my most convenient trail to hike, simply because it does go very close to my summer home, which is actually now in Meaford, Ontario, right on Georgian Bay. I have a summer home in a park. It's called Georgian Shores Park. It's right on the bay, right on the lake. It's a beautiful park, which we love. We bought there last year. This will be our first year living in it full time. What I mean by that is for the summer. The park is open from the 15th of April to the end of October. And that is our summer home for that particular time. I say ours, that's me, my girlfriend Joanne, and our little dog Luna. Oh, we got some obstacles here in the forms of low kind of growing trees, I guess. Anyhow, the trail, well, of course, you probably already know what it is. It's Ontario's or Canada's longest organized trail, 900 kilometers, 600 miles, spanning from Niagara Falls, Ontario to Tobermory in the Bruce Peninsula. And of course we're going to be through hiking, or attempting a through hike of the Bruce Trail one more time. There's several reasons for picking the Bruce Trail. One, of course, is I am not allowed in the States for that period of 3 years, again after through hiking the Appalachian and overextending my visa. So that cuts out the trails I wanted to hike. As I said earlier, right now I would be on the Arizona. This is a rocky section through here. And if I wasn't doing the Arizona now, I would probably be on the south half of the Appalachian Trail, probably hiking from the Amacola State Park to Harper's Ferry. I'd love to do that again, but I can't. Or planning for a summer hike on the Colorado, a through hike of the Colorado Trail, which I'd love to do again. Also, I'd been toying with the idea and thinking quite strongly about doing the Florida Trail, which would basically be a, you know, right at the beginning of the year, January, early January start. But none of those things can I do. As you know, last year I did half of the Bruce Trail, the southern half, 450 kilometers, from the Blue Mountain section, Collingwood, Ontario, to Niagara Falls. And then I left in August to fly to Glasgow, Scotland, where I yo-yoed the West Island Way, which was absolutely magnificent. And if it wasn't because this particular year I didn't want to spend the money on the flights, I would actually go back to Glasgow, fly back to Glasgow, do the West Island Way one more time, and then continue north from Fort William, the northern terminus of the West Island Way, and hike to Inverness, which is the Great Glen Way. Two magnificent trails, and I'd love to do that. But the cost of flights and so on is high, and even though I'm working all winter here in wonderful Mexico, I don't actually get a paycheck, but what I do get is accommodation. I have a beautiful condo, essentially right on the ocean, pool, everything I want. Of course I have to do my grocery shopping and this kind of thing, but I'm paying for my utilities, gas, electric, and so on, whatever. But I get that as my pay. So I'm here in Mexico, I'm working in Mexico, great place to spend the winter, and I'm banking probably 75% of my Ontario old age pension and CPP. So that's giving me about, oh, I don't know, say $1,000 a month going in the bank. Canadian dollars, that is, going in the bank every month, which funds, of course, my hiking, or my through hike this coming season. And if I was working, whoa, wildlife, did you see those? I don't know if you saw those. I hope you did, and I don't even know what they were, but boy, they moved. Anyhow. If I was working in Ontario, I may not be actually banking. Or maybe I would, because I'd still have my pension and so on, but maybe I wouldn't be banking $1,000 a month or more. Sometimes I've been able to bank $1,250 each month, a month while I've been here. So either way, I thought it was a good proposition when I kind of got the opportunity. So, oh, and of course I have to pay for my flights here and flights home. Anyhow, start date for the Bruce Trail. I am planning on traveling from my home via public transportation. Go train, go rail, via rail, whatever they call that. Go transit, I guess. Transit, yeah. And buses, city buses, and so on. Traveling from essentially Collingwood or Wasaga Beach, Ontario, to Niagara. And my girlfriend, I believe, will take me from Meaford to, I'm climbing over a tree trunk here, to Wasaga Beach. And it was a full day of traveling to get down there. So I will be spending the night in Niagara at a reasonably priced motel that I know, that I've stayed in before when I've done, started or completed through hikes of the Bruce, which is a Super 8 motel. The next morning, bright and early, they have a breakfast, I think at 6:30. I get a breakfast, toast, cereal, muffin, coffee, juice, whatever. and Uber to the trailhead. And it's probably around an 8 a.m. start, 8 a.m.-ish start on May the 15th. That is my basic plan. It's penciled in. Start dates could change. Could be a little earlier, could be a little later. Depends on weather. Depends on the jobs I get done at the new summer home, because I got several of those to do this year also. And it also depends on the remaining 2024 through hiking season of what I would actually be doing next. Who knows? There is a possibility that come August, September, maybe I could fly back to Glasgow and complete that West Island Way again, and the Great Glen Way, which I'd love to do, and that would be the same time period as I did them last year. Okay, there you have it. That is Jasper's through hiking trail announcement. I will be doing a gear video, which will come out probably in April once I get back home, because all my gear's at home. And also at that time we'll also talk about my resupplying points and how I actually plan on actually tackling or hiking the Bruce Trail. Even though I've done it before, there's a lot of planning that I do not need to do, but there's also planning that I do need to do, which is just prudent. So I will talk about the gear in my gear video, and also my strategy for actually hiking, because I'm injured, and I know I'm injured. There's no two ways about it. Right now I'm wearing my knee brace. In fact, I'll try to show you that. There's my knee brace, if you can see it. Without that, it's a lot harder. The arthritis in my hip, left hip, which just travels right down through my leg to my knee, and between the two becomes excruciatingly painful, to the point where I can barely squat, sit down, bend a leg, stand up, or just about anything else. So my distances per day will be shorter, I'm sure, but my upcoming through hike of the Bruce isn't going to be about speed. It is going to be all about accomplishing the task at hand, which is a successful through hike of the Bruce Trail. As I get older, this year 67, and as my injuries and my arthritis, even though I try to battle them, but they just keep getting a stronger hold on me. So even though they're increasing each year, I don't know if this will be the last year for a major through hike or not. But as I move forward, my hikes were more about completion than speed. I know I don't have the speed anymore. I don't think there'll be any 35 and 40 kilometer days in my future, but you know, if I could do 25 kilometers a day, I would be damn happy with that, to be honest with you. And I would even settle for 20 and 22 if that's what I had to take. Rest frequently. My start times, usual for me on a through hike, I usually set my wake up at about 4 a.m. on a morning in my shelter, my tent, make my oatmeal, my coffee, pack my gear up, and by about 5 o'clock-ish, give or take, I'm on trail, which really works for me, and I really like that. Again, it depends on the weather. If it's pouring rain or something, then I usually wait till it stops or whatever. But and depending on my progress and what I'm doing, as far as where I'm going to arrive at that particular day, is it going to be a day when I arrive for a Nero or possible zero the next day, I will adjust my start time accordingly. But generally speaking, 4 a.m. wake up, about 5 a.m. on trail. Okay, guys, you know what? Well, I tell you, thank you for joining me today. I'm sweaty, I'm stinky, it's muggy, and it's not hot today, to be honest with you. It's much cooler. It's probably around 26 or 27 degrees Celsius. High humidity though, but it is less of humidity than we've had. So it's been a good day. I've got a good solid hour and a bit to get back where I started and complete the trail for today. So hey, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Give me a like if you dare. Oh, I do want to mention something. There's a couple of young ladies. Oh yeah. Now these two girls, a mum and daughter team, these girls are on fire. They're tough, they're strong. The mum is amazing. I mean, she's running like, you know, double marathons and triple marathons and God knows what else. And the kid, the daughter, she's amazing. She's out winter camping in minus stupid weather. Crazy pair. Check it out. A very entertaining, very informative hiking team, adventure team. Their channel is called Dan Sin. I think it's Dan for Daniela, maybe, and Sin for Cynthia. Do check out their YouTube channel. It's absolutely amazing. I love watching their adventures. Daniela, if I'm getting that name right, but let's just call her Dan then, because I'm not sure, but I think it's the first half of the duet or the duo, or the yeah. She just posted a video about a winter camp out somewhere on the trail. I don't know, maybe the Bruce. I don't know, maybe the Ganaraska, who knows? But there was lots of snow, cold, way, way, way below freezing. I don't know, freezing, stupid degrees, whatever. So yeah, check them out. By the way, do tell them Jasper sent you. Okay, we're gonna talk to you guys probably when I do my gear video for my upcoming 2024 through hike. Okay, let's finish this trail. And we're going to jump in the pool, which is at the dive shop, to get rid of the sweat, freshen up, have a cup of coffee and a bite to eat, and get back to work, which I have to work between 4 and 6 again to close down the dive shop at the end of the day. Okay, let's get to it.